What up, people? Got ourselves a little hammer, a little push. Bitcoin's coming across. I got a new candle here coming in 3 minutes, so let's talk about top grade, top notch. REP to top here. Not much going on at 14%, and Vibe at 13% for the day. You can see the numbers of volume picked up today on the rush, on the close from the Bitcoin rise. So volume picked up. Look like everything that retraced has got a little bump, little bounce. DLT did very well until the retrace. QLC, these are the top runners. MTL on a good volume day. Watch for the previous high breaks on the daily. Looks like it hit a high just recently and came tumbling back in, but I'm showing a higher low. Let's watch that one. Steam picked up the pace. Let's see where it bounced. I've got a 2-bar reversal on the daily, bouncing off of the 13 and the 8 as it crosses that usual splash. As I like to say, it's that splash off the 13 and the 8. It's a nice consolidation up here. Watch for a continuation, although it could come down in for a little dip, a little shakeout. So everything else is 5, 6. EOS, let's check that one out. I like me some EOS. I've been trying this Koperek. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't think I like it on the intraday. On the trend, on the long-term trend, it works a lot better. So I think that's where the hyperwave guy, I forget his name offhand, was saying the same thing. So I would have to agree. EOS has got a lot of work to do on the weekly, but nice daily push. So 75 is the resistance. Nice end of day push there. So here comes the new candle. Let's just go ahead and look at the hammer. That's a 60-minute chart. Very nicely done. I think that we were waiting for a push after all the reverse head and shoulders. Let me clear out the lines here. So we got resistance at previous lows. Let's just use this first one here. So once it climbs into previous lows, it started to climb into previous lows. Once it gets into the crust of things, it could ride the range. So I guess let's use that line there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines of point there. So I'll use that 59.90. Let's call it 36. We had a reverse head and shoulders here, the drop off. And then we had another reverse head and shoulders here, the drop off, and then a previous high break running into the previous lines of resistance. So got still some work to do, but let's see here, where is the actual... Let's see how we closed on the weekly. I thought we were going to close a hammer on the weekly. It's pretty tight. We've got a little wick showing, but 1, to, that's pretty much a hammer aside from the and it bounced right off of the weekly support line. Can use it just a little bit better here. The only problem is we're showing pretty much knocking out the bottom, so maybe another hammer. Maybe we can actually get a push across the top, which would make support of the candle and running across the 8 on the weekly. And then we are worried about running into previous lows. So 36 to 37, 38.50 is the previous low resistance we're looking for. And if that happens, to keep going, we got 50% roll on the long green candle or red candle, and then another resistance at 54. Easy peasy previous lows. Long candles, you can use the 50% roll. So it looks like right around 5 grand is a major resistance. So that's long term. Daily, we're crossing over the 8 into the 13 on that end of day close. Nicely done. Nice hammer here. Not perfect, but it's pretty tight. So over the 8 into the 13, back into the 8, bounce over the 13, 8 into the 34. So that's what we're looking for the dailies. See how we opened. The end of day ruined that nice high and tight candle. Maybe we get a quick push right now. That'd be nice. Over the 13 into the 34 right away. Boom, boom. Let's see. The high is 35.25, 35.27. 26, 35, 26, 27, right around there. Can never tell if I'm online or not. Streaming. Streamed it out. Never know. Let's check. Looks like REP's taken off again. You see the weekly, the pop into resistance coming back in, and then the return. Higher lows right above the 34. Nicely done. Chat's open if you want to talk. If anybody's there, hardly anyone shows up, so whatever. 5 o'clock Arizona time every single day. Looking at the open right before the close of every daily candle. Today is a new weekly candle. So, interesting. Still, long-term charts. Gonna see how these ending candles are every day and every week. Could look at the monthly too, but a lot of these don't show any. Binance coins don't show enough data for any good established monthly charts, so keep it to the weekly for now. REP, ENG. Hello? Looks like I'm online. Salty. Nice 5-hour chart. The pop over the 8, the 13 back into the 8. Watch for the previous high breaks. Look at these hammers over here. Be a nice support above those hammers. Bitcoin's hammer is very significant, I think. It's very high and tight. The shakeout, knocking out that bottom one more time after all the delays. Higher lows, higher lows. See how it comes into support and then the hammer didn't touch and then it swings back into resistance. That's a strength move. Significant. But it looks like we're going to be coming back in. Still, it's got a lot of work to do, so. But pretty significant move after a nice little signal of the nice reversal bar, the hammer. So. What's up? No one trades on Saturday? That's crazy. Storm, that was a good one to watch yesterday. See what's going on here. Fairly tightly wound up long-term chart, so anytime, Storm, anytime. Nice inverted hammer. Let's see if we can't climb that pole again. MFT, I like that daily chart. I thought it was going to break out yesterday. See what kind of cream rolls up to the top here. REP for the win, I guess. Watch for the strength move here, the pop, the come back in, and the move forward. It's always across that 34, back into the 34 for support. Nicely done. Pretty good surge at the end of the day, but nothing on the open. Everything kind of just rechurned. But nice push. Hoping for a consolidation and then move forward. Let's see, let's just go. I'm going to concentrate on this Coprec. See if we can't find something that's moving across the zero. There's the vibe. You can see the push across, the come back in, and then the return. Looks like 1200 is the break. For support. No, scratch that. Daily says 13. Intraday says it's stair-stepped into support. Let's see if it can't gather its legs and try again. So if you want to buy it at support. You got previous high, previous high. So I would put your it's got a thin line of support holding it up, so maybe it could turn here. It's got a 2-bar reversal so far. But then it falls down into previous highs, it falls down into previous highs. So I'd stair step your buying if it comes back in. Let it come down and grab you. Let's see if we can find another one. Concentrating on this, crossing up over the zero line. So Nano's pretty close on that weekly. ZEC poked its head up. Let's see that one. Some more reaction to the Bitcoin rise. LUN had a good day. Oh no, that's not backfill, that's why. I'll give it a second. BTC, some of these haven't backfilled. It's pissing me off. Here's OAX. OAX, long-term chart. I remember this one. It's coming across the zero on that weekly chart. Remember, it's just this Coprec. So it's measuring the long-term trend. So I guess coming across the zero is its trigger point. And you can see the pop across the 34 back in, and then the back in, and the daily kind of bouncing. Get over that 8 where the previous high is here. Magically how that 8 is just sitting right there. Get above the 8 and maybe we can get into the bottom of things here. OAX is coming across that zero line. VIB, let's see if we can find another one. I think NAV can move at any moment. And because this is an indicator, if price moves across and gets strength across moving over trend lines, that zero line will be broken. So watch price before indicators always. But nav is very nice. LTC, that was one that was floating across the zero line already, so that is perfect. So nice. I like LTC. Please tip me on LTC if you can. CMT. Let's see if we can't find another one. Something that's creaming to the top here. I like that OAX. I'll have to go through all these and post it into the Discord of all the ones that I think that here's XRP, crossed over the zero line already and came back in, so maybe a bounce off the zero line. If you didn't know, XRP is trying to make a deal with Swift, the biggest worldwide clearinghouse for processing, I guess. What do you call it? How do you want to explain it? Credit processing around the world. Most major countries use it, aside from Iran and the ones that aren't on this Western banking system. I think the SWIFT system eventually will be replaced. I think the BRICS wanted to compete with it. Vibe is doing good. Very nicely done, Vibe. LRC poked its head up there. Look, LRC is another one crossing over the zero line. So another one to watch. Where's our RIP? See, RIP already passed the zero lines, so that's another one. It's a good trend setter. So REP, Vibe, LRC, LTC, OAX, IOST is crossing the zero line. NAV, I think that could cross over at any moment. Oh, NAV, sorry, NAV wasn't backfilled. NAV came down a little bit. Scratch that for a moment until it can gather its legs. It's below the 34. I need to get that back above. PHX, BTC. PDC looks like it could pop at any moment, but it's got to make a turn here. I'll probably end it there. I don't see anything else except for the top cream of the crop here. But I mentioned some good ones to watch for long-term trend moves on the weekly, just by looking at that new indicator that I was introduced to, which works pretty good on the long-term chart. So confirm the trade on the long term, and then make your move. But that's about it for me. Watching for Bitcoin to break the high it made yesterday, which is about 35.25. So let's see that happen today. Right now it's consolidating. But I'll see you guys.